is with us today. Are you videotaping? Okay, I'm on tape. You're on tape. Hello, America. Welcome to our classroom. This is a little unusual, right? For Dr. Fessler, anyway. At my old university, there used to be a question on the teaching evaluations about, did the instructor effectively use technology in the classroom, or something to that effect. I have no idea. Oh, they've changed ours here 3 times in the 6 years I've been here. So I have no idea what questions you're being asked. But, if there is a question like that, you have to remember today. In terms of, I think I've used Elmo once before. Yes. ABC presentation. Elmo is the brand.
But everybody calls it Elmo.
Everybody calls it Elmo. I was told that even before I arrived here. Everybody calls us Elmo. And so, Elmo, it's a brand, it's Ford. Elmo, visual, this is an Elmo is the brand, a visual presenter HV-7000SX. So if that were a car, that would be a good, kind of a good name. I have no idea if it's a good name for an Elmo. But today, what is the topic for today? The cost of unethical behavior. So we're going to talk about that. In terms of audiovisual help stuff that's available on Blackboard, if you're kind of missing this or want to listen to something different, this is based on an article that I've written. I've written an article based on this class, describing this class that's been published. And you can find a kind of a Dr. Fessler reading of this article on iTunes U, not on Blackboard, but on iTunes U. So if that sounds,
I'm picturing you like you wrote a book, so you like end up
it's only audio. I know. Well, exactly. But it's all audio, so you don't have to watch me. It's audio only. So today there will be a couple of questions from today on the test, mostly just to see if you were paying attention a little bit. The day is intended to be thought-provoking as much as anything else. So it is a little bit different topic for in here, and a different kind of way of going about class in some respects. So I'm going to ask you a question. Are we all done yawning?
Sorry. No.
So I want you to think about this question. If everyone in the United States, and it makes it easier just to narrow it down to one country. I know we have people from multiple countries in here, but let's just think about it in terms of this country. We're all sitting here in the United States right at the moment. So if everyone in the United States acted perfectly ethically, what jobs would disappear?
Auditors.
Police officers, lawyers, judges, wardens, prison wardens, auditors. And why do you say that?
Because there'd be no need to go in and make sure that people are doing everything, presenting everything in a fair manner.
That's a correct answer. What?
You can do it ethically, but
External auditors, CPAs, what are they there for?
But there should be mistakes too, so I'd say.
But internal auditors can take care of mistakes.
But not all companies have internal auditors.
Well,
If you're not big enough.
all large companies should or do. But I'm just saying, what do auditors do? They make sure that companies aren't screwing their investors by misreporting information. That's what auditors do. That's why ethics are such a big issue in the profession that you're going to be going into, and ethical behavior. I mean, when I was sitting in your seats, accountants were viewed as more ethical than doctors in public opinion. In public opinion surveys at the time, they were the most respected profession in America. That is no longer true. That is no longer true, but it was when I was sitting there and in your seats. And so that is important. That's why kind of ethical behavior, that's why there's codes of ethical conduct for CPAs, for CMAs, and probably for most of the A's, whatever accounting certificate or designation or license that you might have, that's going to be an issue. And so I think that's all true. Everything you all said was true. Do you need police? Do you need any sort of police force? Do you need a legal system? Do you need any of that? If everybody's behaving perfectly ethically? No. Well, we'll talk about that here in just a moment. But in general, though, you can say that, yeah, most of those things would disappear. Now, does anybody here pay taxes? Raise your hand.
If you don't, write your name down.
Okay. So who pays for the legal system? Who pays police officers?
We do in China.
Who pays if computer technology from the university mysteriously wanders off? You do. So who pays when people misbehave? Everybody does, right? And so there's a cost price borne by innocence as a result of other people's unethical behavior. And that is, so everybody pays. One person misbehaves. Everybody pays, literally. I mean, this isn't just kind of some philosophical sort of a notion. This is literally, you are poorer today because people have misbehaved, have behaved unethically. That's a very sobering thought if you think about it for too long, right? That's a very sobering thought. But a very true thought, So, kind of a related sort of a question. You know, we're talking about unethical behavior. Why do we have laws?
To set standards so people can look at them.
To set standards?
Protect people from forcing fraud of others.
Okay, to protect people. But when are they, when do they usually happen? What, Mr. Kanoy?
I think everyone's ethics are a little different. So this is a way of setting a standard. Like, you know, I can't determine your ethics, but I can determine, you know, the government can set what laws it follows.
Okay.
There's three different.
I'm sorry?
Law floor.
They're a floor?
Yeah, it's like what's required by law.
Okay. But when do they come into existence? Usually when something goes wrong. So is it some cohesive, I mean, you folks are kind of almost saying, you know, kind of this floor of an ethical system, but that would suggest some philosophical cohesiveness in terms of, you know, from this philosophical core of, you know, ethicalness, that these laws flow forth. Is that how laws come into existence? Usually it is, well, somebody killed somebody else, so now we have laws against killing. You know, back when I was younger, you know, there was a particular doctor who got involved with helping people die, who were in pain and what have you. And so now there are laws as a result of that behavior. You know.
Based off ethics, we thought that was ethically.
And so the important key here is usually a person misbehaves, and then laws are written after that to kind of make it clear that that behavior is wrong. And so there isn't some philosophical core from which all these laws happen. It is just a hodgepodge of this person did this, and so this is wrong, and this person did that, so that is wrong. So it's a very hodgepodgey sort of way, which is why it's so big and voluminous and complicated and